Welcome. This is a product overview of ComplianceForge's secure baseline configurations, which we call the SBC. Over the next few minutes, we will walk through what it is, what problems it solves, exactly what is included, and why hardening matters. The SBC is cybersecurity focused to implement a program-level secure baseline configuration governance function. It takes a holistic approach to governing secure baseline configurations for all technology platforms in use. It leverages industry-recognized hardening practices from DISA, CIS, and OEM sources, and it delivers immense time and cost savings, enabling your subject matter experts to fill in the details that only they know. When an auditor asks for your documented secure baseline configurations, can you produce hardening standards for every platform you run, not just Windows? Most teams harden the obvious operating systems and leave applications, network gear, mobile, voice over IP, and operational technology undocumented, which is exactly where audit findings and breaches start. Building hardening standards for every platform from a blank page is a massive lift, and no single source like CIS or DISA covers all of it. The SBC gives you a running start, an editable program-level framework that consolidates hardening guidance from CIS benchmarks, DISA STIGs, and OEM recommendations across your technology platforms. It gets you roughly 80 to 90% of the way there, and then your team tailors the baselines to the specific systems in use. Many IT and cyber professionals mistakenly focus only on hardening the operating system and fail to document all the technology platforms that require secure configurations: applications, HVAC systems, mobile devices, voice over IP, and more. The SBC does not reinvent the wheel. It leverages leading practices such as CIS benchmarks and DISA STIGs. Unless it is a small organization with just a few laptops and a server, it is not feasible to say, we harden everything according to CIS benchmarks, since CIS does not contain complete coverage for all technology platforms, and the same weakness can be said for the DISA STIGs. This is where the SBC brings together a variety of options for hardening and creating technical security standards that include CIS, DISA, OEM recommendations, and more. How do you know if the SBC is right for you? Secure configurations and system hardening are common statutory, regulatory, and contractual expectations. They appear in SOC 2, the CIS Critical Security Controls, COBIT 5, the Cloud Security Alliance Cloud Controls Matrix, ISO 27002, the Motion Picture Association's Content Security Program, NIST 837, and NIST 853 with FedRAMP's Configuration Management Controls. The list continues with NIST 800-160, NIST 800-171, the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, PCI DSS Requirements 1 and 2, NISPOM, the Criminal Justice Information Services Security Policy, and Germany's C5 catalog. If your organization is in scope for any of these, you should buy the SBC. So what exactly is the SBC? It is an editable Microsoft Word document that gives your organization the structured framework to document what constitutes a hardened system across every technology platform it operates. Where most cybersecurity documentation describes what hardening policies should require, the SBC describes how to actually document the approved hardening baseline for each platform, how to handle deviations from industry-recognized baselines, and how to maintain the documentation as new platforms are introduced. The SBC provides a way to efficiently manage all of the common technology platforms, to document and educate system and network admins and other system integrators about what secure configurations and cybersecurity baselines are at your organization. That starts with server-class systems, spanning Microsoft Linux and Unix, and workstation-class systems, spanning Microsoft Apple and Linux. It covers network devices, firewalls, routers, wireless access points and controllers, multifunction devices, and voice and video over Internet Protocol. Mobile devices, across Apple, Google, and Windows. And databases, including Microsoft SQL, MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, IBM DB2, and MongoDB. Coverage extends to major applications, including Microsoft Active Directory, Exchange, SharePoint, and IIS, domain naming services, Apache, VMware, centralized log management, and intrusion detection and prevention systems. Minor applications, including Microsoft Office, the common web browsers, Adobe, .NET, and WordPress. Cloud-based applications, including Office 365, Azure, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Docker, and Kubernetes. And embedded technology, including Windows-based devices, HVAC, physical access control, video surveillance, and burglar and fire alarm systems. The SBC is a one-time purchase of editable Microsoft Word-based documentation templates. There is no software to install, no agent to deploy, no account to provision, and no cloud environment to configure. If your organization can open and edit Microsoft Word files, the SBC is ready to use. It is delivered as a fully editable Word file, compatible with Word 2016 and newer, Microsoft 365, OpenOffice, LibreOffice, and Google Docs. The SBC includes built-in styles, tables, and configuration sections that are ready for customization. Documentation is delivered via email download link within 1 to 2 business days of purchase, often the same business day. There is no installer, no license server, and no activation step. And it is a one-time purchase. A single entity license is included, with no recurring subscription requirement, although an optional update subscription is available. This deployment model is intentional. Hardening documentation belongs in your organization's own hands, inside your own version control and document management systems, rather than locked inside a vendor's SaaS tool. Once delivered, this product belongs to you. The first problem the SBC solves is a lack of in-house security experience. Writing security documentation is a skill that many good cybersecurity professionals simply are not proficient at and avoid at all cost. The SBC is an efficient method to obtain comprehensive system hardening documentation. The second is compliance requirements. There are numerous requirements that require secure configurations to be developed and implemented. The SBC is designed with compliance in mind. The third is audit failures. A lack of documented secure hardening requirements is a common audit failure. The SBC covers a wide array of common technologies that can both make an organization secure and compliant. And the fourth is vendor requirements. It is very common for clients and partners to request evidence of a security program, including secure configurations. The SBC provides this evidence. The first is clear documentation. The SBC provides comprehensive hardened baseline configuration documentation to prove that your security is more than just a set of policies and standards. The second is time savings. It is a semi-customized solution that requires minimal resources to fine-tune for your organization's specific needs. And the third is alignment with leading practices. The SBC is written to align your organization with CIS benchmarks, DISA STIGs, and more. So what do you actually receive? The SBC is delivered as an editable Microsoft Word document. Purchase includes a single entity license and the first year of product updates. The SBC document covers the hardening baseline for operating systems, applications, network equipment, mobile devices, and infrastructure to document and educate system and network admins and other system integrators about what secure configurations and cybersecurity baselines are at your organization. And along with the core SBC document, it also comes with diagrams and graphics. Most hardening documentation stops at the operating system. The SBC is different. It extends the hardening discipline to applications, network equipment, mobile devices, and even non-traditional IT systems, such as HVAC controllers and voice over IP. This broader coverage is exactly where audit findings and gaps tend to surface, so the SBC fills the missing layer between OS-level hardening and a defensible enterprise hardening program. Now compare that against the two alternatives for obtaining quality cybersecurity documentation. For your internal staff to generate comparable documentation, it would take them an estimated 100 internal staff work hours, which equates to a cost of approximately $7,500 in staff-related expenses. That is about 2 to 4 months of development time, where your senior cybersecurity and operations staff would be diverted from operational duties. If you hire a consultant to generate this documentation, it would take them an estimated 60 consultant work hours, which equates to a cost of approximately $17,000. That is about 1 to 2 months of development time for a contractor to provide you with the deliverable. The SBC is approximately 22% of the cost for your internal staff and approximately 11% of the cost for an external consultant to generate equivalent documentation. The product itself is $2,175. The SBC is built to be evaluated before purchase. A PDF example shows representative content, including the structured hardening framework, the references to CIS benchmarks and DISA-STIGs, and the deviation and exception process used by asset owners and asset custodians. So how much work is left for you? Here is the customization process at a glance. ComplianceForge aims for approximately an 80% solution because it is impossible to write a 100% cookie-cutter document that can be equally applied across every organization. Hardening depends on your specific technology platforms, business requirements, regulatory environment, and existing operational practices, so the remaining work is fine-tuning the SBC with the specific information that only your organization knows. In practice, customization is filling in the blanks, adding your company name and logo, naming actual role owners including asset owners, asset custodians, cybersecurity, and operations, selecting the specific CIS benchmarks and DISA-STIGs that apply to your technology stack, documenting approved deviations, and integrating the SBC with your existing change management and configuration management workflows. If you want a hand, ComplianceForge offers optional professional services. They are not required to customize ComplianceForge documentation. The 5-hour bundle may be beneficial for companies that need some guidance on getting started with how to tailor their documentation. The 10-hour bundle is for companies that need additional guidance on tailoring their documentation to meet their compliance requirements. And the 20-hour bundle is for companies that need robust services beyond just 10 hours to assist in tailoring their documentation. Purchased professional service hours expire 120 days, or 4 months, from the time of purchase if unused. Hours are intended to supplement, not replace, your own customization work. There are more reasons to buy. Documented secure configurations have become a baseline expectation. NIST 853, NIST 800-171, PCI DSS, HIPAA, FedRAMP, CMMC, ISO 27002, and SOC 2 all expect organizations to define and document hardening baselines for the systems they operate. Cyber insurance underwriters increasingly require evidence of documented secure configurations as a precondition for coverage, and customer due diligence reviews routinely include questions about hardening baselines and exception management. Without documented secure configurations, organizations face audit findings, lost contracts, denied insurance claims, and the operational reality that hardening decisions are made informally by individual administrators with no defensible documentation trail. The SBC makes secure configurations demonstrable as one defensible program rather than a collection of disconnected administrator decisions. If you have any questions, please email support@complianceforge.com or call 1-307-241-8740. We've been helping organizations since 2005, and we are always happy to help.